Hello, so I have this washing machine and the problem is that this area will not spin anymore. It normally makes sound as if it's about to spin, but ultimately it doesn't really spin the way it ought to. Sometimes it spins and it's not spinning properly, and sometimes it will just keep making this sound while it is not spinning. It's making this sound as if it's stuck or is hooked somewhere. So I'm going to show you how to fix this issue. The problem actually has to do with the gearbox. So what we're going to do is to remove the old gearbox and fixing the new gearbox in this machine. Now, depending on your model of your machine and the brand, you might want to turn it this way if you are using a manual washing machine like this. So take out the screws under. That is the way this screw for this particular brand is structured. Yours might be aligned a different way. The screws might be located at a different section and arranged differently. But for this, the screw is under, so I'm going to take out the down case where the gear is. This is the gear. You can see this is the flywheel. You can see how wobbly it is. The reason why it is wobbly is because something has broken inside of the gearbox. So we are going to remove the flywheel so that we can take out the gearbox easily. Alright, so I am going to get a spanner for my own machine here. I'm using a Titan number 13 scanner. That is the size of the nut that is at the end of the flywheel. Yours might be a bit different, just like I said earlier, so you might want to check out the size of the spanner you want to use for your own the nut attached to the flywheel of your own. But for mine, it is 13 spanner. So the flywheel is out. This is what it looks like. This is the flywheel. I'm going to set this aside and remove the gearbox is where the issue is. Alright, here is the gearbox. It is out. So mine is 4 screws, and the gears, the teeth attached to the end is actually 11 teeth. Okay, I'm going to call it teeth. So it's going to be 4 screw and 11 teeth for my own. Yours can be different. The screw holding your own might be up to 6 or 8, depending on the size. But this is what mine looks like. I have 4 screws holding this gear and then 11 teeth for the gears. All right, here's a new one that I want to replace this with, and but there's a slight difference here. If you notice, the flywheel of this new one is not the same as the old one. This flywheel is a bit bigger. You can see the way it is over here, while the old flywheel is flat. The old flywheel, okay, here is the old flywheel. You can see how flat this is. So if I am to take this new one with the way it is this way and try to fix it there, it will not be able to fit in because this one is a bit bigger than the old flywheel. But not to worry, if you're not able to get the exact type of flywheel, what you just do is to replace the new flywheel with the old one. So I'm going to replace the new flywheel with the old flywheel that was there before. Where the problem actually is from the gear, not the flywheel. The flywheel is still okay, but the gear is broken. So flywheel is still perfect. Since the new flywheel is not compatible with the old one and it will not be able to fit in this way, I am going to remove the new flywheel and use the old flywheel that will be able to fit into that spot there. So I'll take out the nut here this way. Okay, here is the old flywheel, and you can see that they're all the same, exactly the same. The difference is just this flywheel that is different. Aside the flywheel that is different is the same. 4 screws on this one, 4 screws on the new one also. And the new one, it has 11 teeth on the gear side, and this is 11 teeth also. So this is a perfect fit, but the issue is that the flywheel is not just the same. So for the flywheel, what I'm going to do is just to replace the old flywheel in the new gearbox that I just got, because the new one will not be able to fit in. You can see the difference between this. So I'll just go ahead and make use of the old flywheel. It's still the same. It's not going to affect anything, so you don't have to worry about anything. It's just the problem is actually from the gearbox. It has nothing to do with the flywheel. So, but you might, if you're getting yours, you might want to get the exact type so that you don't have to replace the flywheel just the way I'm doing now. But for any reason, if you can't get the new gearbox with the flat flywheel, you can just remove from the old one. It will be able to fit in. So I'm going to use my 13 screw spanner for this. Okay, this is done. So it's spinning normally. Everything is fine. What I'm going to do is to replace this back in its position. So this is where the 11th teeth is. I'm going to apply a bit of oil here. The reason why I want to apply oil inside that hole is because sometimes the screw often gets stuck due to rust from water and the rest. But if I have a bit of oil inside, it will be able to help when I want to remove the screw for any reason later in future. So the gearbox is going to go in this way. So I have my screws. My screws are complete inside. Here now. Here is the old one and the new flywheel. So this, we're not able to use this for now. I'm going to set this aside. So we're going to replace the screws in here now. So this is done. I'll go ahead and test this now and see if this spins. This is supposed to, you can see how it is spinning now. It wasn't spinning before, and even when it tries to spin, it makes a lot of noise and it doesn't actually move. So the problem of this washing machine has been solved. Thank you for watching. I'll see you some other time. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. I have great videos on how to fix a lot of office equipment. Alright, thank you and see you.